Okay, we continue our story from reading 21, and as you can see, way down below, continuare. There's a passive infinitive, right? To be continued. So even this isn't the end of the story, but here, reading 21 continues, picks up where we left off. Okay, the vocabulary is below. We want to pay a special attention to the words in black, right? Bold-faced. They have call your attention to things down below. Now, again, right, here, my verb, this actually is my subject. So Gemini means twin, but this is kind of a hacked Latin word, trigemini, which we take to mean triplets, okay? And here, their names are given here, the Horatii and the Horatii. So this is a appositional nominative. In other words, these two things explain each other. The Horatii and the Horatii are the trigemini fratres, predicate nominative. That's what I was looking for. Okay, nominative, nominative, verb. Okay, subject, passive verb. Okay, here we have a little dependent clause, but really subject, verb. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Okay, now we have a new, and then verb again. It's the same subject, duo exercitus. Subject, but notice again a passive verb. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Subject, passive verb. Subject, verb. Subject, verb. Of course, this is nominative. Okay, is, from is, ea, id. All right. Okay, so in yellow we have just our nominatives and our verbs. That's the basic sentence. Now, let's go back and do some chunking. Okay, here's a prepositional phrase. I don't want that one. Okay, it's not big enough. Here, let's go with purple. Okay, so prepositional phrase. The tum is a timestamp, but it's just stuck in between the in duobis exercitibus, okay? Now, we have a neck, neck. But what case are these? Okay, we just recently had this case use, and they key off of this adjective. Okay, the fratres are dispares, okay? Or they are neck, neck. Nec aetate, nec viribus dispares. Okay? Now, here's another prepositional phrase. I'm sorry, I was going to use purple for chunking. All right? Pro sua quisque patria fero, okay, pugnare. Okay, what form is pugnare? Okay, it goes with the verb here. Okay, constituerant pugnare. Right, now, antequam is another timestamp. Antequam pugnaverunt. Okay, here's another prepositional phrase. Okay, and here we have this ablative. Okay, here we have this ablative. So down below you have the definition of foetus, right here. Okay, so foetus ikebatur, and below we also have this, right? So these two go together, but remember it's passive. Passive. Okay, now these are the terms. Okay, these are the terms. Make sure you get the case on this one, victoribus. Now, another timestamp, tum. So we've had tum and antiquam and then tum and then yam. You know, it's like he's telling a story, right? Then, but before, antiquam, but then, okay? What did they do? Trigemini capiunt arma. And in medium, where's that? It is inter dues acies. All right, so it's what we would expect. The two armies aren't going to fight. They're on opposite sides. So over here you have Alba, Longa, and over here you have Roma. And this is the area in medium, inter duas acies. Acies here, battle line, right, in military sense. Now, sedio means to sit, and here we really have cum sedio. Okay? Here, suis procastris or procastris suis, right? And they, okay, incaperant spectare spectaculum. All right. Now, another passive verb here, and here. Now, this phrase right here, I'm just going to comment. So we have a micro fight, right? So just as in battle lines. So in other words, you got all the spectators on either side, and then you have these 6 guys in the middle right here. But it says that they drew themselves up just like in battle lines. So you got 3 on one side, 3 on the other. It's a 3-on-3 tournament, all right? Now, guarantes is something we haven't had before, and that is a participle. It tells us what kind of euenes they are. So bearing, burying, or carrying, okay? You know, there's only 6 of them, but they are carrying the animos. Now, careful eyes, we just had that with the fourth declension. What case is exercitum? All right. Now, this phrase, you know, I don't know. Did they translate it down below? Not really. But super alium alias or super alias alium, one on top of another is the way I'd translate that. Okay, and here we actually have another participle telling what kind of romanes they are. They are, well, first of all, they keciderant, but what kind of romanes are they? They are experantes super alium alias. So it's not looking good for the Romans, okay, right? While tres Albani non experantes sed vulnerantur. Okay, so basically at that point, we got 3 verses 1. This is Alba, and this is Roma. Okay, it's 3 on 1 now. Okay, and that's why in gens horror perstringet Romanos et spe tota spes amittitur. Another passive verb. Now, why did that all happen? Here's the explanation. For unus Romanus contra tres curiates, or curiatios stabant. Okay? And then the author leaves us hanging here. Forte, the same way we started, by chance, or perhaps, is, this guy, fuit integer. Ta-da! And we're left hanging. All right? So, the first phase doesn't go very well for the Romans. They set the terms, they draw up the battlefield for the 6 guys, and it looks like it's going to be a lot like Jacksonville versus, who'd they beat the other night? They came back and everybody turned the game off at half, but they ended up winning. Okay. Or the Vikings, 35-point comeback this year. All right, so there's some notes on Reading 21, the second part from Chapter 16. Hope that helps, guys. Do your best. Come with your questions. We'll get them answered. Wale!